Here with Greg of Safety Integration, and Greg, of course, workman's comp it's a necessary thing. Somebody gets hurt, they need that to keep. But you've got a special word for people who maybe don't really need it. What is that? I love it.
I love it. So a friend of mine had coined it, and I told him I was going to use it from this day forward. And we call them compaholics.
Compaholics. Yeah. I love it.
And then when he used it, I was like, that's absolutely brilliant. It's better than frequent flyer.
It strikes a bell, everybody.
System user, whatever. But man, compaholic, it just sticks in your head. And instantly you go, I get it, right? So there's a million, how to identify the compaholic. Yeah. And you have to be respectful and careful because people do get hurt.
Sure,
right? Accidents happen. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, well, let's just say it this way. I warn most of my clients that you're going to not have your worst injury at work. It's going to walk through your front door and you're going to hire it. So,
that's beautiful. I like that.
So recommendation number one, do your due diligence up front. Do your paperwork. Send them to functional capacity by FCEs. Everybody's like, what? How much is that? It doesn't matter. All right, I don't care if it's $200 for one. It just depends where you're at, how much they cost. So I'm not even going to try to range their cost for that. But if the doctor has somebody lifting for them and you have a job description that says, hey, this guy's got to lift 50 pounds a day for 6 hours a day, and the doc's watching their technique and their body frame, and they can ask questions and do a physical evaluation of the person and look for scars. Maybe they had back surgery and they lied on their application. So do your due diligence, whatever level you want to go to. But I'm guaranteeing you, most of you aren't doing enough, especially right now, because what do I hear everywhere I go? We can't find anybody. All right, so you're trying to hire somebody, what are you getting? Probably bottom of the barrel. You're getting troublemakers that maybe lost their job or got bounced or got caught somewhere else and they're trying to get back in. See it all the time. There's a lot of tools you can do. I'm not going to list them all. So how do you know what a compaholic is? Did you know it's hereditary?
you can maybe,
unfortunately,
little background check?
My dad, my mom, my uncle, whatever the line is, I've seen it, I've heard it. You can do some background digging and you'll be like, what? It runs in your family? And I joke, but it's true. I've seen it more than once, way more than once.
Heredity.
It's hereditary. It's also, hey, the guy that starts his shift Monday or the lady that comes in early in the morning and magically gets hurt 10 minutes into the shift after a long weekend or first thing on Monday. It could be suspicious. Like, hey, I saw that person limping into work today and now they're saying they hurt their ankle. It could be somebody's having a bad day. Somebody got hurt at home, right? We've all slipped and fallen
Sure
before,
we
right?
have.
You fall down a couple steps, and the first thing that hurts is your pride. And then the next few hours, you're like, oh man, my ribs are sore, my shoulder's hurting. Hell, the next day, you look like you're in a prize fight. You can hardly move, right? And you're like, oh my God. So you're at work when that starts to hurt.
Yeah.
Right? So one of my all-time favorite people used to say this. Her name was Marie Swanson. She's a brilliant claims guru. She would say, just because your tooth starts to hurt at work, is the toothache covered? Just think about that for a second. Same thing. Just because you start to hurt at work doesn't mean that because you were shoveling, gardening season right now. People are putting their garden in.
Think about it.
My back's killing me. Did that happen at work? Do I have to try to type? So there's a million things that can go. It could be somebody that got, my favorite one's the discipline reason for work comp. So somebody's high on their points program. They're not a very good employee. You have quality issues, no shows, all the problem childs, right? And you'll find out if you really track this stuff, it's usually 10% that causes all the trouble. Well, they're all the trouble. They know the HR rules. They play all the games. So it's the troublemaker, the compaholics, all right? They're trouble everywhere. And then you go, wow, this is true. Well, this guy gets in trouble. You discipline him in the morning, and by the end of that shift, he has a magical injury. And it's usually a slip and fall or a strain and sprain, the hard ones to catch. You can tell a doctor anything, and they're going to ask you the wrong questions. So that's just some red flag stuff to check and just go, hey, I might want to ask more questions here and do some digging on this compaholic issue. So I just wanted to give everybody...
Compaholics, I just like... Well, and it's like you say, Greg, it's not hard. It's hard to find good help these days, and so you don't know who's walking in your door there for your work. I will say, you can find some good help if you need help with these kind of issues. And I mean, he's sitting right here. This is a guy, I won't talk, but he talks to doctors. I mean, I know, but that was an amazing thing. I mean, in terms of talking intelligently and asking questions about why isn't this guy back? And this guy looks at stuff from a million different angles. So I'm not in the business, and I'm flipping impressed, dude. Really.
Cool.
So.
I appreciate it, man.
No, seriously. But I mean, hey, if you want to learn some more, you can always head to the website, safetyintegration.com, SAFT, that's safetyintegration.com. Greg and I talk about a lot of stuff, and he's got just tons of great advice and different things. Check it out. You'll get to understand some more, get some more insights. You'll get to know Greg better, and you might just want to give him a call for. So, as usual, Greg, thanks so much. You fun stories and
Glad to come in, man.
And great words.
Glad to be here.